It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with...
a person who might sound familiar to you, but maybe not, so it depends.
And
I'm getting screwed over by this game over and over again.
And today we're going to be playing Jank Heroes Funnifyic. Give me one moment to get the live chat up for the stream so I'll be able to talk and play with the viewers of the stream. Okay, I feel it. Kazoom tight. Alright, so we almost have the live chat up. The memer. I know you're not the main for this one, but how do you feel about what's coming up in this session? You are somewhat responsible for the aspiring events. Conspiring events? You conspired these events.
I feel pretty good. You know, in the post game, I feel like after LeBron came out and did his thing like he always does, you really can't blame the Cavs for just trying to go on the defensive as much as possible. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you feel like when some people kick the ball and get a goal, that goalie just cannot reach their hockey defense strap. And so when you find your special zone, you've just got to go for it and go very weak and ace the final. You know, 43 points, no downs, and left squib.
They really aced it at 15 love.
Yes.
So yeah, this will be a Shadow Darkgale Saga episode. This is episode 16 of Jank Heroes Funnifyic overall. So if you haven't watched any episodes before, we have a few jumpstart videos.
But don't watch
to get
my
you familiar.
jumpstart because I screwed everything up.
You can watch his jumpstart video. His jumpstart video is supposed to get you ready to jump into episode 15. Barely has any spoilers for episode 15.
I mean, that's the most important spoiler from episode 15.
I don't know. There's some pretty big things we can talk about from episode 15. But regardless of episode 15, let's get a recap of where your character was last time for people who are watching this live.
In class.
In class?
In class.
What were the events that that happened during your class?
My character doesn't know.
What do you mean your character doesn't know? No. I mean, in your story. Like,
yeah.
In your last episode you were in, what did you do?
But that's a different day.
Yeah.
I got violated.
True. Memer with the double dabs on the side.
And people died.
Yes.
Peeps died.
People or...
People.
People
Fish.
or...
Fish died.
I mean, they're people.
They were
I mean, I consider them
sentient,
people.
but they're fish, right?
I mean, there was an elephant teacher who was people, and a pirate who was people.
The pirate was person.
They're all people.
Are people humans, or is people a thing that is more assigned to sentience?
I feel like people are humans.
Yeah.
If there were a whole bunch of sentient dogs,
Yeah, we
over
only
there,
say
I wouldn't be
people.
like, look at that group of people.
Yeah. I would say that.
So then are aliens people?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like at that point, if you're like, look at those people over there, and I turned and saw a bunch of aliens, I'd be like, who?
Not those.
But give me a timestamp, and we'll go 1 hour from that timestamp forward. The
803,
recaps, by the way, started dying, by the
803,
way.
it's 803.
We went from having really good recaps to having, like,
That's
people
because
say something for a little bit, and they just don't.
Yeah, because I don't ever recap. Because why would you recap when I can just make you watch the episode and get that ad revenue?
It's that we're not monetized anymore. But what's the timestamp?
It's 3.
803.
It's 3.
3.
It's not 3.
It's 3.
It's not 3.
3.
803.
Memer says 803. Is it 803?
Hence 3 minutes. 3.
Yeah, it was like 803. So we'll finish off at 903.
Exactly. So we finish off at 3.
Okay, so roll 2d20.
I'm still in class, Chad. This isn't a different day.
Well, I mean, you can't continue the previous continuity because time has passed.
But Jet, I'm in the current continuity from 15.
From 15? So you're going to start... Well, you should have recapped 15.
But that's what I just did.
You said my character doesn't know.
He doesn't.
It's true. I like that that's the recap. What's happening? Okay, so you're in class.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a panda sitting on the desk.
Wait, that's my teacher.
No, he's my teacher.
Why do we have the same teacher?
Teaching different subjects.
Yeah. Also, when you have you seen her like turn into a lady? Or just
He's
in
a he.
suit? Well, then this is a very confusing. It's not the same teacher, I guess.
Are you using subspace for the first time,
No.
Darkgale?
Why would I ever use This is an out.
I like how you said I'm using this. I'm talking to him do something. But your teacher eats a bamboo stalk whole, like one segment at a time, just shoving it in his mouth, and like shits like one shit ball per segment that goes in.
Nice.
You've never seen something so fluid in motion happen in your life.
I mean, I've seen worse.
You've experienced worse.
Exactly.
So yeah, what do you do?
Class is pretty cool.
Just watching your teacher shit on the desk.
Why
It's like,
not?
this is great.
This is pretty erotic today.
You notice that next to the chalk that's in front of the board, there's a little jewel that's shaped like a piece of chalk, but is clearly a
How
jewel.
the heck did the medieval monsters miss this?
It's like a little orange jewel.
Also, this is a great setup.
Class is pretty cool.
Class is pretty cool. A serpent person enters the room and goes, "Is there a jewel here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you all mind if I check for a jewel here?"
I mean, I'm not the authority here. This guy is. Points to Panda.
Points to the panda.
Ooh, can I do something?
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see how it plays out.
Okay, the serpent person goes, "Do you mind if I check for jewels here?" And then the panda's like, "Mm." And then the serpent crawls up to your teacher, opens its mouth, and curves its mouth over its foot. The panda struggles as the serpent continues to wrap its mouth around your teacher.
Hey, Serpent, can you not use my teacher? He's teaching me about game design.
He can't communicate well because his mouth is continually filling with panda.
Hey, Snake, I know where a jewel is.
It looks over at you.
Yeah,
Can I
there's
talk
one
to
right
my
there.
dragon? No.
You have to do like a him interaction. It's like his story.
Right, but I can't also call the dragon.
Not for like a full off-panel conversation.
Hey, Snake, there's a jewel right there. Points to orange jewel.
You point to the jewel. The snake turns his head, and as its mouth is agape, the panda like whacks it above the head with like a fucking bamboo stick. The serpent retracts itself slowly off the panda as the panda like keeps hitting it, and you can tell that the panda's fur is now all wet and matted, but it's also just starting to rapidly shed. You don't really understand what's going on.
Hey, Panda, are you alright?
The panda just looks at you. It's twitching a lot.
Maybe you should go to the nurse's office.
Its
Panda.
legs are starting to bubble.
I guess I'm gonna help you to the nurse's office, Panda.
So you're gonna get up and help the panda go to the nurse?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you get up out of your seat, the serpent guy looks over at like the board, and he looks at like the chalk where the jewel should be, and he looks back at you, and he's like, "I don't see anything."
What do you mean you don't see anything? It's right there.
He's like, "I'm looking, and there's just like chalk. One of them looks pretty.
That's
The jewels have like energy signatures.
okay. Look,
This is just like a rock."
I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna pick it up and give it to you. Don't attack me, because I would rather not be in the same position as my teacher right now.
The panda's like, "Ah!" It's now profusely shitting while not eating bamboo. What do you do?
I walk up to the chalkboard. I pick up the jewel
The serpent guy's watching you the whole time.
and I give it to him.
He goes, "And that's not a jewel.
But that is a jewel.
They have energy signatures. That doesn't have an energy
So
signature."
then why am I seeing this as a jewel?
Well, I mean, it looks like a jewel. Like, I agree. But, I mean, I can tell it's not.
So
It's just a pretty rock.
so what are we doing now?
I'm gonna look for jewels.
Can you not kill people while doing that?
I mean, the panda was like, I don't know what he said. It didn't seem like they were cool with it. I want to look for jewels. And
Can you not do it in a way that would cause people to maybe die?
Well, I mean, as long as you guys just let me do it, I'm not gonna.
I mean-
it'll be fine.
Doesn't seem like it's gonna work like that, knowing that the panda's sort of getting screwed up real bad.
I mean, it looks that's what I wanted. The
Can you
panda's legs seem to be turning into some kind of goose substance very slowly,
I mean,
just in patches, just fucking.
I mean, I
green
know you have
slime.
people that can do this without killing people.
Well, I mean, I would have done it without, and it's not dead. He like motions at it, and its like legs are just pussing up with the green.
I mean, I
ooze
don't know.
just
He looks like
melting
he's
away.
dying.
He's like, "Is that death?" Per
I mean,
se?
it looks like he's gonna die.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just looking for jewels, which that's not one.
Well, can you get the person that's not lethal?
I can get somebody else.
Okay, so while you do that, I'm gonna take Mr. Panda to the nurse.
Panda. So the serpent guy gets on his belly, even though he has arms and legs, and he like slithers out of the classroom.
Thank you.
What do you do?
I take Panda to the nurse's office.
How?
I put him on I have him sort of on my shoulder, and I sort of like carry him.
The panda's currently lying down on a table with legs that are melting into slime. What is like your plan?
Panda, can you live long enough for me to get the nurse? Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, so you're gonna go get the nurse?
Yeah.
Okay, as you walk out of the classroom, you notice that a lot of the school is just like fucked up because the medieval creatures keep running through. And
How was this not an issue earlier today?
The ogre is like hitting like lockers open with his club, and you see these little fairies that are like going up to people and just ripping shit out of their pockets looking for jewels. What do you do?
We walk past it all. We gotta save that panda.
As you attempt to walk past the fairies, they're like, "Hey, can we search you?"
I've already been searched by Dryad Lady.
Can I look in your mouth?
I've already had this experience with Dryad Lady.
No. If you've had the experience, I should see like a vine like under your teeth, and I'll just know that like she's been there. I see it. You're free to go. Keep on going.
Okay.
Okay, so you keep on going. The ogre goes, "Yo, did the vine lady check you out?" He like stops hitting the lockers. "Can I see the vine under your teeth?" Yo, you're good. Do you keep on going?
Yeah.
He just like starts stopping up. Hey, did you?
As you continue down the hall, you hear someone go, "Oh my gosh, I can't even open the door. The hall monitors seem to be locked in and trapped."
And dead and rotting.
Not my problem. I gotta save Mr. Panda.
Okay. As you walk by, you see the nurse come out of the teacher's lounge and go up the hall. And it's like, "All these people need your medical assistance." And the nurse goes, "Wow, I'm going to be busy all day."
Okay. So, Mr. Panda's more or less dead.
You could try and get him to like a hospital.
I can't lift him.
Drag him.
I can't drag him.
You could hook your vehicle up.
I'm not having this conversation with you.
Right, because he doesn't listen to Subspace. It's not that you don't say it, it's just he doesn't listen.
I'm putting thoughts into your mind for fun.
You could use powers, since it's no lack to you.
Yeah, but I would lose powers, so I'm not going to do that.
You've got like 19 powers, you're fine.
I have 15.
You've got plenty.
So, have you just said the panda's just fucked?
I mean, if the nurse is busy all day and I don't have a simple means to move the panda, there's not really a whole lot I can do.
Also, I have a whole question about my power sheet, if you don't mind real quick.
After this thing? Yeah. So, what are you gonna do? Panda's dying. You're like, "I can't lift the panda."
Yeah, no, there's one thing I could do.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
Double back to Ogre.
Okay. The ogre's like hitting lockers and shit.
Hey Ogre, can you do me a favor?
He like turns around and he's like, "I'm pretty sure I already checked, but could you just show me like one?" Yeah, cool. Yeah, what's going on?
So one of my teachers is dying from one of your associates.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Is it possible that you could help me take him to a hospital?
A hospital?
A hospital.
I've never been to or seen a hospital.
I can lead you to it.
You can lead me to a hospital?
Yeah.
My whole job of being here is to look for jewels. Do you think there'll be jewels at the hospital?
Possibly.
Possibly? Good enough for me. Where's your teacher?
Okay, I lead him back to my teacher. He's just goo now.
When you make it back, your teacher's like bottom half of the body is goo, but you can tell that it's still struggling for life. It's still growling and moving its arms and shit. But the goo is animating into slime monsters. Roll a d20. Just one.
There's 16
There are
slime
16
monsters.
slime monsters in the classroom.
So,
Got infested.
Mm-hmm.
your associate can do that, I guess?
The ogre's like, I've never seen this before.
Snake guy?
I've never seen this before. I've seen the snake guy. I just know he eats people. I've never seen a bunch of slime monsters.
So, knowing that you're also a creature, do you happen to know how to deal with this?
Well, I would hit them, but I feel like they would just all get on my like big club, and then they crawl down the club, and then they fuck me up, and I don't want that to happen.
Just throw the club at him.
But then I don't have a club, and then they all gang up on me, and I can't hit them. I don't. I don't really have a lot of powers. I'm a big guy with a club.
So, can you quickly grab my teacher and we can start making a run for it?
Roll 2d20 to see if the like slime monsters are approaching. What's happening?
I mean, it was a pass.
Tell me what's happening.
Is it a pass from my perspective or a pass from the slime's perspective?
Roll 2d20 and figure out whose perspective the pass is.
I'm gonna assume it's my perspective.
Okay, cool. Then the slime monsters are terrorizing your fellow students.
Yeah, they're fine. Safe teacher.
Okay, so the ogre's like, so how do I pick it up? There's just leaking slime from the bottom.
Just lift him, and whatever drains is not our problem.
I don't feel like you're gonna have a lot of teacher left.
We'll find a way to fix him up.
The ogre picks up the teacher, and a slime monster just like sloops right out of it. The ogre goes, whoa! And he like puts the teacher back on the table. He's like, are you sure, dude?
Yes.
We have like 17 of these guys. We haven't dealt with any of them.
I mean, you just said it yourself that you can't really deal with them without getting screwed, and I'm just a regular guy.
I have my doubts. He picks up the teacher again. Another slime monster comes out. He's like, are we just going to do this all day?
Yeah, no, just don't drop him.
Fuck. So the ogre starts running down the hall, but he doesn't know where he's going because he doesn't know where the hospital is.
I told you to follow me.
He's like, sorry, I'm just kind of running away. The slime that comes out of the teacher plops down as he runs, and each plop makes another slime monster.
Run back.
When he runs back, double the slime monsters are now in that hallway.
Follow me. And we start running away from the slime monsters.
So you guys start running away from the slime monsters that are ever increasing.
Yeah.
They're pretty much just going to take over the whole school.
Yeah.
Over the intercom, you hear the librarian, who also is the leader of Atlantis, who also is the leader of Springdale University, go, slime monster invasion, keep them out of the library, only request.
But the entire school's a library.
If only.
She said it herself.
But yeah, so what do?
We're just gonna run out of this school and go to a hospital.
Okay, so as you run deeper in the direction you went, you realize that like you gotta essentially double back because the exit door's on the other side.
Why is there only one exit to Springdale University? What floor are we on?
Roll a d20.
Chet, there's not 20 floors in this university.
How do you know?
God dang it, I'm on the 19th floor.
Yeah, if you're looking for the closest stairs or elevator, they're back down the hall the other way. Roll 2d20.
Hey, Ogre.
Hello? It keeps leaking.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, we should probably keep going.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bye. Shadow Merge.
The dick on. You watch as the ogre is surrounded by like slime monsters.
I tried.
And
I
the
tried
teacher.
really hard.
The slime monsters touch the ogre and melt into his body.
Medieval monsters shouldn't be invading our school. It's their fault.
As they melt into his body, his eyes turn yellow, and he is now drooling from the mouth. His arms are limp, and he's walking around with the rest of the slime monsters, his body covered in the green goo. He is now walking in league with them. The teacher has been left to drip on the ground, and as it drips, more slime monsters develop.
Is this like a zombie thing? This is a zombie thing.
Well, I did what I could. I'm leaving.
So where
This
do you
school's
go?
screwed. Well, knowing that I haven't had the elf girl in a while, I might as well see if the shadow's actually living.
So you're
So
gonna
go to the police station.
You're gonna go to the police station?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You head over to the police station. No one can see you because you're like a shadow.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of memorials with like flowers and candles for the late police chief. He was made of stone and stopped those who were stoned. You see as in a plaque on the wall.
I start looking around for my shadow.
Okay. You see a bunch of goons in custody. There's one guy who has a flaming head, and he has a bunch of pipes that are like harnessed on him that like have lava, and he has like these handcuffs on with like these red blinking lights. You see another guy. He's made of ice, and he looks like a beetle, but he looks like a humanoid beetle, and he's like sitting down again with one of the handcuffs with the blinking red lights. He's just chilling on a bench.
Yeah.
It's just a whole motley crew of just villains wearing like these handcuffs with the blinking red lights.
But where's my guy?
And you see police that are like checking him in and everything. If you move all the way through the police station, you get in the back. There's like a big bus where a bunch of the villains are being like put onto the bus, and the bus has like a wording on the side that says like Springdale Jail.
I didn't see my guy in the police station at all.
No.
Okay, I get on the bus.
Okay, so you get on the bus, and on the bus you see even more of like these motley crew of villains, but a lot of them seem to be these guys with like green skin, bumpy chins, and these green and yellow wetsuits. Like a lot of them are like the same set of guys who have like red goggles on.
Okay, wait for the bus to take off.
Okay, the bus starts taking off. It's like moving on its way to Springdale Jail. When suddenly the bus stalls in the middle of a highway, it rises into the air, and then the guys on the green wetsuits just break their cuffs off. A hole was cut in the roof of the bus, and each of the green guys get up and just zip up through the hole. The truck crashes back into the ground and explodes. Above you, a like airship or whatever with the same green and yellow color scheme and the letters DR written on the side of the airship flies off into the distance. You just witnessed a jailbreak before they even got to jail.
Well, it's a good thing I was still in shadows. I was able to quickly move out of the area without really getting screwed over by the explosion or anything.
It's a good thing, plot convenience. I like how you said it. It's a good thing I was in the shadows, so I was able to move, so I wasn't fucked by the explosions. In Shard,
Yeah.
we experienced some lag. If you missed anything, it was the jail truck. Prison
So we're just
break.
gonna start heading back in. We're gonna just keep going to the jail then.
Where's the jail?
Where is the jail?
You don't know.
I should. So I should know where one of everything is.
We're still experiencing a little bit of lag. You don't know. Why would you know where everything is Springdale?
Why wouldn't
That's
I
a
know
lot
where
to
everything-
remember. You don't.
Why do I know where my arcade is?
I would say you know where the arcade was. Your base is there.
Why isn't everything centralized in that hub square?
Because it isn't. Springdale's a big place.
It's not a big place when a monster destroys most of the city and then gets miraculously fixed.
That's thanks to your boy Constructs, the speed patrol member that is a construction worker. What do? You're in the middle of the highway, there's a bunch of traffic. Dead villain bodies are just getting splattered against people's windshields. People are running them over.
He's still living. He's in hell though, so I guess he's dead.
He's still living, but he's in hell. So I guess he's dead. Was a very interesting sentence. But you're on the highway.
We just keep following the highway because if the jail bus was going this way, then clearly jail has to be this way.
You make it to like a 20-lane highway, and there's a big ass like green board, and at each lane there's an arrow that's like the Springdale, the Springdale, the Springdale.
Which one's taking me to the jail?
None of them are currently labeled with Springdale Jail.
I take the straightest path forward.
Okay. So one of the paths just says the Springdale Highway, so you stay on it. So you keep staying on the Springdale Highway, and there's like another set of like arrows pointing to different lanes, and one of them is like the Springdale Dr. Evil's secret headquarters is one of the things, and you see above head.
I don't think they would normally want to write that on a sign on the road.
Is that where the DR guys are?
That above you can see the craft that's flying in the air is going in that direction.
Are any of the other signs for the Springdale jail?
No.
Guess we're going on the highway still.
You continue down the highway, and you hear Celebration being played from the airship. You hear like people popping bottles and shit and yelling.
Dr. Evil, that's like a thing in Austin Powers.
Someone yells, "Where the hookers at?" It's very exciting. Yo, bub, welcome to the stream. Thank you for smashing.
Where are my
the like
signs
button.
telling me where everything is, Jed?
So you keep going down the highway, and as you move down the highway, you see there's a police chase going in the opposite direction. They're chasing after one of those small box cars, like one of those like really economic cars, but it has the letters DR written on the side door. It's green and yellow, and they're zipping. Somehow this really economic small car, good gas mileage, is out racing all these police cars going in the oncoming lane of traffic.
So where are my signs, Jed?
So none of the signs say Springdale
Guess
Jail.
we're still going
you
on the
continue down the highway. So you see another police car chase, but this time it's the same lane as yours. They're coming directly in your direction, and it's 4 of the Dr. Evil
It's a
cars.
good thing I'm in the shadows. They can't hit me.
You right. So you continue going down.
Stop trying to push this Dr. Evil plot on me. I don't want it.
So you see a sign that's like Springdale Jail.
Thank
Straight
you.
ahead. Do you go?
I go to Springdale Jail. Suddenly I'm in Dr. Evil's lab.
So you make your way down to Springdale Jail, and as you do, you see a bunch of Dr. Evil airships flying over the jail, and they're firing lasers at and blowing up individual buildings. The police have turrets, and they're firing up at the airships trying to stop them.
We start going into the jail. I'm looking for my guy.
Cool, you're inside of the jail. There's a riot. Everybody's fighting because they're trying to get their way out. The
Where's my
guards are
guy?
fighting the inmates. You see a bunch of the Dr. Evil guys, and they're like, dude, this is like way easier than we thought. Fucking jail is a fucking cakewalk.
Where's my guy, Jed?
As you're making your way through, you see your Abyssal clone. He's dressed in a green and yellow jumpsuit. He's got some red goggles on. He's got a dead fairy girl on his
Clones
shoulder.
don't have personality, Jed. You can't make them do that unless they shoved it on him.
And he's like, we got this new recruit. So they're getting ready to go.
Does he actually say anything?
He hasn't spoken.
Okay.
They just put clothes
yeah.
on him.
I follow him because now Jet's forcing that. Actually, no, I don't care.
The airship.
I really don't care about Dr. Evil.
The-
As long as I know that the clone is still existent, that the elf girl's still on him, then the elf girl's not my problem.
The airship is overhead. They blew a hole in the ceiling of the jail, and they're about to zip the clone and the rest of the guys into the airship. But before they can zip them, an inmate is like, "You owe me $50 from that game of poker," and he's about to punch your clone in the back of the head before he would have been safe in the airship. What do? You're merged in darkness.
I summoned 10 clones around him.
He punches one of the 10 clones, but is it the one he was trying to hit?
Well, I surrounded him with clones, essentially. So, in other words, they blockaded him from attacking a clone with a dead elf girl.
So he punches one of those clones.
Yeah.
And then
My dead elf girl clone escaped, more or less, because he was getting beamed up.
well, hold on. How many steps until he would have made it into the zip thing?
Jed, you're not going to make me roll for 20 steps.
Maybe it's 2 steps.
Jed,
Maybe.
he walks at
Maybe.
15 miles per hour. He does it instantly.
How fast is the inmate?
Oh my god, Jed.
Roll a d20 to see how fast the inmate is.
12.
He walks at 12. He is slightly slower.
But he's being distracted by clones. So
All they did was stand around him. Now he has a path. He killed one of them that was directly in
clones
his way.
keep distracting him.
Keep distracting him? What do they do?
They keep getting in the way of his punches.
He's like, I really want those $50. I know these niggas aren't you. They look like you, but I know you got that little dead girl on your shoulder. Fucking.
Jed, he was only 19 steps away. He walks at 15 miles per hour. He gets there in like a second. He gets beamed up.
Your guy is in the beam.
He gets beamed up, Jed. There's no
The
way.
beam is lifting him, right?
Jed. Jed.
The inmate, while he's punching through the clones, is like, yo, Jeffrey, doesn't he owe you a cigarette? And Jeffrey's on the second level. He's like, fuck yeah, he does. He throws a chair at your clone as he's coming up through the thing. What do? There's a chair coming for him.
I can't do anything about stuff in the air.
You're just gonna let the chair just fucking...
I lost.
That was the best lie. And it's not like a big super villain.
Let's see if it hits, though. He could just be
The
accurate.
accuracy, go for it.
He fails.
But just barely. The chair hits the girl on the shoulder and not him. The girl falls down.
But it teleports back onto the Shadow's shoulder.
Well, what's interesting is the girl would have like hit the ground and teleported back, but it gets picked up by the tractor beam when it falls off, so it's still like in a neutral state.
So it doesn't teleport until
again.
it hits the ground?
So the little girl and the clone are both being lifted up. The clone is like the last guy that they're like saving. So as the clone makes it up onto the ship, the doors close, and now the little girl is rapidly falling back down into the jail.
It's a good thing she's already dead.
Dead corpse.
She's already dead, so she's not gonna feel it.
So right before she would hit the ground, an inmate throws a chair. It's the guy from before. And her ass gets caught in the chair.
I mean, I don't know. He could be inaccurate with that chair.
You feel like he's really shitty with the chair?
He's not.
He's not. Her ass gets caught in the chair, and she lands in the chair on the ground in the jail. And then the remaining inmates start getting like gathered up by the police. Like now they have more control over the jail. And this one inmate's like, "Hey, can I have that though?" And they're like, "A dead girl?" I mean, I guess. And he picks up the chair. And he like walks with the little dead elf girl in the chair. He's like, "Yeah, this is great. I get a chair for my room and a sex doll."
Well, it's not my problem. Worst case scenario, she falls off the chair and goes back to the Shadow.
As he walks forward, there's an unconscious police officer in front of him. It looks like he's about to trip, but does he?
Does he? No.
He carefully steps over the police
With the
officer.
chair in his hand.
But suddenly he feels his allergies coming on.
Jet.
He's about to sneeze.
I mean,
does the sneeze make him drop the girl?
No.
He goes, "I'm all right."
But now someone's like, "Hey, you owe me $100."
He continues forward with the girl in the chair. And this guy's like, "I didn't throw a chair at her for no reason. This is my payback." And he throws another chair from the second floor toward the guy.
He hits.
And he hits the shit out of the guy with the chair. But he's like, "I'm not losing this." And he tries to keep his balance to keep the dead girl in the chair.
He does.
And he recovers. He has like splinters like in his face and shit. And he's like, "You're not gonna stop me. I never have any visitors. I'm just blue-balled for life. I need something." So the police escort him back into his cell. And when he walks into his cell, Frankie, he's this one-eyed guy with an eye patch. He's wearing an orange jumpsuit.
I guess I'm following him this entire time because that's sort of funny.
He's wearing an orange jumpsuit, says, "Kss, and this is for you working with that dead girl to try and win in the poker game." And he goes to shank him.
But does he dodge? I don't know.
You gotta roll both back on the table.
I mean, do I? Because that was a pretty good die.
No, you gotta do it.
He would have been fine. He's still fine.
Frankie goes to shank him, but luckily he lifts the dead girl in the way, so her body gets shanked by that knife.
And now I just want him to bop him and kill him.
He then holds the dead girl's head in place and rams it forward so that the dead girl can headbutt Frankie.
How much damage?
How much damage?
4.
He deals 4 damage to Frankie. Frankie's like, "Oh, my other eye!"
Now he can't see. He gets accuracy penalties.
His eye bleeds profusely, and as his eye bleeds, he goes, "I guess I'm gonna have to use my secret weapon." He kicks the toilet, and a small dragon comes out. The dragon darts at the guy with the dead girl in the chair.
Does he dodge the dragon?
He's gonna dodge it?
Yes.
He dodged the shit out of the
Does
dragon.
he bop the dragon?
Is he gonna hit it? Let's find out.
No.
He dodges the dragon and attempts to retaliate by swinging the girl in the chair at him. When he misses, the girl in the chair begins to tilt to the side. Does she fall out of the chair?
No.
Luckily, he tilts the chair back, and the girl sits perfectly balanced. The dragon flies out of the cell, and he goes, "I'm free, finally!"
Wait, the police never closed the cell door?
The cell door is still open. And then Frankie goes, wait a minute, I could be free. And then...
Police reaction.
Okay.
No.
The police are just walking away. It's like, you want to get some coffee? It's like, yeah. They're like, oh, it's really weird. No one's ever done a big breakout before. And then I was like, I wonder why. It seemed really easy. So Frankie is now bolting toward the door. The guy with the dead girl in the chair is like, is there really anything else in life I need?
Close the cell door.
He closes the cell door himself.
I mean, does he?
Does he do it before Frankie runs out?
No.
Frankie gets the fuck out of there. He's like, hey, this is all I needed. A $50 debt repaid. Fucking let me out.
I love how you think that I have control over this guy with a dead elf girl on him.
So Frankie's like looking for it, and your guy is like, finally. And he sets the chair on the ground.
Closes the cell
and
door.
And the leg of the chair snaps, and the girl falls out of the chair, and she lays on the ground dead. And he goes, oh, that's not that bad.
Wait, quick question. Did he close the cell door first?
He did, remember? You said he closed it. So he looks at the dead girl. He looks at the door. He smiles. He looks back at it's gone. Yo, Scavenger, welcome to the stream. This is good to have you.
I love how this became the guy in the guy with the chair main show.
I was going to say, what is the purpose of all this?
He's the main character.
So what do you do now, Shadow Dart Gill?
There's not really a lot I can do. I just watch him depress himself.
Yo, Dozer, welcome to the stream. Dozer said, please stop streaming. Scavenger said, YouTube screwed me over again. I guess he didn't get the notification. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Let's see how he breaks down into tears.
So he's sitting in the cell, and at first, Scavenger said, never stop. He's sitting in the cell, and at first he looks indifferent. Then he frowns. Then he cries a little bit. Then he's like, fucking Frankie, I shouldn't have let him leave. How'd he make a dragon in the toilet? And he like pushes the toilet to the side, and like he sees all these inscriptions, like these weird runic symbols. And he's like, this looks like the ingredients to make like prison wine, but at the same time, summon a dragon. So he's like studying it, and like how long?
I study it.
You're gonna study it?
Why not?
Cool. You can write on your sheet, you now know how to summon dragons with prison wine. So,
I get.
So, Serena said, where are you, Nick? We're currently at Charger Village, just hanging out. I'm here with...
A person.
Anne?
Shadowing a guy who's become the new main character.
He's really invested in this prisoner. So, the prisoner's, like, studying it, and he's like, tomorrow, when I go to commissary, I'm going to have to buy the following ingredients, and then once I get those, I'm going to be able to mix them in the John. I'll just make a bigger dragon. I'll just keep mixing it over the course of days, and when I do, I'll break out, and the first thing I'll do is kill a fucking elf girl and put her on my shoulder.
But she's already dead. So, in reality, you should be going after Frankie.
He doesn't know where the elf girl is. He just knows it vanished.
Right, you just said kill the elf girl.
Yeah, he's going to kill a elf girl and put her on his shoulder.
Oh, he just wants an elf girl.
So he's just sitting and plotting now. He's like, there's nothing much I can do because I'm just locked in I locked myself in my... Then he thinks about it and he's like, wait, I closed my own fucking door. And like, Scavenger said it's elf on the shelf. He goes up to the door to see if the door is locked or unlocked.
Is it locked? Does it auto-lock when it's closed?
Well, we were about to find out.
Yeah, well, it's in Frankie's perspective, so no.
He's not Frankie. Frankie's the one.
Guy in chair's perspective.
Yeah, we still don't know his name. So the guy opens his own cell door and he looks around and he's like, this is gonna be way easier than I thought. So
I keep following him. This is great.
So he like tries to act casual and like walk around, and there are a bunch of police around. Scavenger says he can just buy one. He can just buy an elf. He says elf on the shelf. So he's walking around. Do the police notice him sneaking through the jail?
Police perspective or his perspective?
His perspective.
Yes.
So the police like turn around and look at him, and they're like, "Hey, you know better. Go back in your cell."
Silence, fools.
You speak?
Yeah.
The police are like, Don't call us fools. Just go back to your cell and go inside of it.
I am the spirit of the jail.
No, you're not. You're a guy. Please go in your cell. They're not aware that it's just not him talking.
Guy, go back to your cell. This isn't working.
He's like, who the fuck is that?
You don't want to die here.
I don't. He like walks back into his cell. And then the police are like, and he closes the door.
But it's still unlocked. So as long as they're not paying attention, you can walk back out.
Scavenger said, nah, B, I'm the king of this jail. So he goes, so who are you?
Think of me of a voice in your head.
That's really unnerving. Could you not? Could you not be that? I don't want psychological problems. I know I want to fuck dead fairy girls or whatever, but let that be like the most of my problems.
Oh, don't worry. I'm probably gonna leave you in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Before you leave me, can you get the following ingredients from the commissary?
Unfortunately, I'm a voice in your head, so that doesn't work.
You talk to those police officers.
No, you talk to them.
No. Stop. I'm actually not crazy. I know I'm not crazy.
Are you?
Scavenger said, is this going to be another stream? Is what going to be another stream? I'm so confused. Yes, I am sure I'm not crazy.
How sure?
Excuse me. Like, 100% sure. Like, we have psychologists who come to the jail. I'm not crazy.
What would you believe that I'm just darkness?
That's more believable in Springdale than you being a voice in my head.
Okay, then I'm darkness.
Okay, cool. Can you help me, Darkness?
No, because I'm still intangible.
But is that by choice?
No.
Mm-hmm. He's like, so, can you get someone else to get me the stuff?
I mean, if you have the same amount of luck that I do, then they're just going to think that you're saying stuff, and they're not going to listen to you.
I just won't go with you. You'll, like, bring the stuff to me.
Oh,
and
don't
then
worry. They're going to be like, oh, he's projecting his voice all the way over here.
What?
Oh, I've been through some stuff. Believe me.
That sounds fucking... How about you don't talk to anyone?
Well, then how do I get the materials if I'm intangible?
Can you make other things intangible?
No.
What? That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I'm just
How do you do anything?
I'm just darkness.
How do you, like, talk to people?
That's one of my few solaces that I have, is that I can talk to people. Otherwise, I'm a pretty lonely being.
What else can you do?
Just that.
I mean, I guess I'll be your friend. I don't have anybody else.
But
Frankie was my... He tried to kill me.
But I'm
when
going to
he
be
left.
gone in like... How much time? 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
2 minutes. The stream's only been going on for like 43.
Yeah.
You're just saying in game time you don't want to fuck with him anymore. He's like, oh, I mean...
I'm just going to sort of cease existing.
You're gonna... Oh, shit. Well, how about you use those 2 minutes to try and convince someone to get me the ingredients so I can leave this prison cell?
I mean, we've already gone over this. It doesn't work like that.
Suddenly, you hear propellers as the airship returns over the big-ass hole in the jail. A hole opens up at the bottom of the airship, and down in a tractor beam is like the clone of you that's in the wetsuit with the fucking fairy girl on his shoulder. And he's like, it's time to stop. How did this happen? Please get this away from me. And he like comes down like on the tractor beam.
Wait, no, the clones still don't have personality. How is he talking?
So he walks out of the tractor beam and he's like holding the elf girl in his hands like fucking Mufasa. And he's like, I gotta, this is a no. And then your guy is like, oh shit, can you distract the guards while I go get the elf girl?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Why wouldn't the prisoner just be like, I'll take her, like,
Also, why is my clone talking? He's a clone. He doesn't have a personality.
He's been through a lot. He's been to prison.
Jet,
don't know what it's
He doesn't
like.
have a mind.
You don't know what it's like.
He doesn't have a mind, Jet.
You don't
You
know
don't
what
just
it-
suddenly get a mind by going to jail.
Have you been to jail? As an inmate? You don't know. You haven't been on these streets. Scavenger says, oh, I already read that. So yeah, what are you going to do to try to distract the police?
Jailers,
nice.
I am the embodiment of your souls.
They like pull guns to like shoot your clone. It's like, are you a guy in a wetsuit with a dead elf girl? I don't.
I'm gonna destroy all of you.
Really? They shoot a bullet at him.
Does it hit?
Does it hit?
No.
My niggas got stormtrooper aim. They're like, that's a warning shot.
I bet you couldn't hit me even if you tried.
You walk into a cell and I don't have to hit you with anything.
I don't feel like it.
They shoot again.
Just one bullet at a time.
Your clone is like, whoa, who is talking?
Miss.
They miss, and he's like, what the fuck? Whoever's talking, please shut the fuck up and take this elf girl. I'm not trying to die. I already left jail.
Go to the cell of this man. Points to guy with the chair.
Point?
Or not points, I can't point.
So you don't. So you
Guy
just say, go to guy with the chair. And there's a guy on the second level. And he's like...
Not that guy.
He's like, I got plenty of chairs. I got chairs for days. My cell is me and 50 chairs. All I do is sit down. All I do is sit down and throw chairs.
There's a guy on your level who's coming towards you who wants the elf girl. You can get rid of her with him.
The guy isn't on the same level.
What do you mean he's not on the same level?
He's not. He's on like...
How did I get down here so quickly to distract the guards?
You're darkness. You just... you traveled through shadow. How'd you get to the jail in like a day? It's like a highway trip in the car. So... everyone's confused. Like, no one... they're like, now I don't know, like, why anyone's talking or anything. And then the guy's like, I would just leave her here. I would just drop the elf girl. But I can't. And then they're like, put her down. And then he's like, okay. And he drops her, and she appears on his shoulder. And like, he suddenly pulled a weapon, and they shoot at him. They're shooting at him again. Do they hit him?
No.
Then fucking stormtrooper aim. The bullets just all around him. Nothing's in him.
How close is my guy to him?
He's like...
Or like the guy that I'm currently rooting
me.
for.
The guy you're rooting for, he's on the second floor.
Can you... Hey guy, can you jump down off the story?
And not die?
Yeah.
I've never tried.
Don't. You're probably gonna die.
Hold on, I got an idea. He opens his like cell door and he yells, "Yo, guy with the chairs." And the guy with the chairs is like, "Yeah, can you throw a chair and I'll try to jump off it as I like
He's
jump
gonna
a
jeer
floor
in this?
down?" And then the guy with the chairs is like, "But I'm in my cell." And he's like, "But is it locked though?" And then the police are like, "What the fuck? I told you to go back in your cell." They like look up at him. Is his cell locked? The other guy with the chair?
If it's for the perspective of the chair guy, then no.
So the chair guy opens his cell and he's like, "Well, shit." And he grabs a chair. He's like, "Thanks for helping me get my freedom." Now, the police are going to try to shoot the chair guy because as soon as they see him, they go, "He has a weapon."
They don't have stormtrooper aim suddenly.
They fucking shoot him. How much damage does he take?
2.
Oh, he's like, graze, ha!
Throws the chair.
He throws the chair. Now, does the chair go straight down, or is he good enough to throw it where Homeboy can try to jump off of it?
No, but he can still try to jump off of it.
He failed the throw?
Yeah.
My nigga actually just drops it over the balcony.
Yeah.
The prisoner guy goes, "No, that was horrible. Did they shoot your fucking arm? I can't jump off of that." So the police start shooting at like the guy you're rooting for. Do they hit him?
They got stormtrooper aim again.
The bullets just fly around him. And like, luckily when they try to shoot me, nothing happens. Do you got another chair? Chair guy's like, "I have chairs for days. I never run out of chairs. So many chairs."
He does it.
So Homeboy grabs a chair and throws it over. The police shooting him though. Is chair guy gonna get shot again?
Yeah.
Fuck. They're really good at shooting him. How much damage does he take?
5.
Okay, so he's taking a total of 7 damage. He's like, "They kind of fucked me up. I don't know if I can not die. I'm just gonna go back in myself."
But he threw the chair. That's all that matters.
Does your boy get cold feet on the jump? Because it is a risky move.
No.
Okay. Jumps off the balcony. He's trying to jump off the balcony, jump into a chair, jump off the chair, and hit the ground. First, Does his feet hit the chair?
No.
So he
Okay.
just smacks into the chair.
So, okay, yeah, I did ask, does his feet hit the chair? Does his body hit the chair in any way?
No.
He misses the chair. He jumps off a balcony, and he's nowhere near the chair. So he's just following a story. How's his land game? Does my guy have a background in parkour?
Yes.
Wow. my boy does a tumble and like rolls over his shoulder and shit and holds his arms up like dear lady in front of
Now, clone, give it to him.
and your clone has to do what he says. And the police are like, he's handing over a weapon. And they try to shoot everyone.
Yes.
Shoot everyone.
So, like, the chair guy's getting shot, dead elf girl's getting shot, clone's getting shot, and your boy's getting shot.
Also, if the clone can only take like one hit, shouldn't the clone be gone?
If he gets hit.
He does.
But
That was their accuracy roll. I said
they
they're
hit
shooting
They just flat out hit everybody.
Yeah.
Why is it not an accuracy check on each of them?
They realized they had stormtrooper aim, and the best solution was to shoot everywhere.
So, dead elf girl's just on the ground now.
Well, hold on. How does your guy fare?
He's dead. Or at least my clone is.
No. The boy you're reading.
Take 6 damage.
6. How does chair guy go?
He did.
How much did he take?
15.
50. Ooh. Who can say? He like falls down, and the chair behind him has engraved on it with like a prison shank, rip. So yeah, a chair guy is officially dead. And your guy got hit for like a little bit of damage. Yeah, 6 damage. He crawls. He's bleeding right to the elf girl, and he like hugs her like dead body. And
Police, stop shooting.
The police are like, yeah, that's what they all say.
Look.
Stop shooting.
He's gonna go back to his cell.
Here, can he walk?
He can crawl.
No, do the check just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stands up. He's on the elf girl's body. He's like, so much has happened,
But you have your girl.
but I have my girl. He heads toward the stairwell, and the police are like, send somebody to go lock his fucking stuff. What do we do today? What do we do today? So they're following him up the stairs, and he turns around, and your guy with the dead girl uses her as a like bludgeoning weapon and hits that nigga in the face, and he falls down the stairwell. The police officer like tumbles down. He's holding the dead girl. He's running down the stairs like he's a fucking football player. The other cop shooting him. He holds the dead girl up to take the bullet shots. He throws the dead girl at the guy, at the police officers. He knocks the police officer over. He picks up the dead girl. He's running for the fucking door. There are like 6 officers in front of the door, like, freeze. Okay, we're back. So the police officers shoot at him. How much damage did he take? How much did he take before?
6.
He took 6 before?
He's taken 7 now.
He's taking-
probably dead.
6. So he's like, but I need some shit in commissary, like, right now. She's like, sorry, I can't help you. And he's like, well, I'm sorry. And he like throws the elf girl like into the window, and it shatters. And he jumps through the window and grabs the elf girl, and he tumbles, because we know my nigga knows parkour. And he just starts taking commissary shit and ramming it into the dead elf girl's mouth. He's like, come on, I fucking got this. I'm on a roll. He like punches through a ceiling tile, and he climbs into the ceiling. He's like in the air vents and shit. And the police are listening. They're like, where's he at? Where's he at? They go to commissary, and like the roach girl like points up. He's like, he went up. And like the police are like coming after him. They're like climbing into like the air vent
They're
or whatever.
also they're like this is the
So
not like they know the outline of the police area.
I keep following him.
you keep following him. Do the police spot him in the air vent, or is he like a fast crawler?
Perspective of the guy running away, he's good.
So your boy is really he's done all the parkour. He's done all the ultimate
He's
beast
setting his
master.
core super hard.
His core is hard. Fucking, and he like finds his way to like an air vent that's above like the bathrooms. He like kicks the vent out, and he like lands in like the bathroom stall, and he like holds the dead elf girl up over the toilet, and like the ingredients just fall out of her fucking mouth, and he like slaps her on the ass to make sure that like everything comes out of her mouth, and he like starts stirring it with the dead girl's body. body. And he was like, yeah. And he like whips her out. And he's like, I thought it would take me a few days because there's a limit on how much shit you can get out the commissary. But if I just put all the shit in now, and a dragon burst out the fucking toilet. And he...
Can I do something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and convince the dragon to work for me.
Okay.
Awesome. Do I need to
Well,
work
actually,
for
I think it would just automatically do that because he summoned him.
Like, you feel like the dragon's too
it
fresh
worked for
to
Frankie.
resist?
Worked for Frankie. Frankie clearly didn't do anything to make him work for him.
Well, no. He's trying to get control of it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
But my guy!
Oh my god.
So, do I just roll?
Actually, quick
Yeah.
question.
up?
Can he see through my subspace communicator if I'm in darkness?
While you're in darkness? It
Because
hasn't...
I'm the only one who can travel, and theoretically, if I can travel, then I can see through darkness, whereas other people, if they're in darkness, they can't see.
Your subspace communicator sees whatever you see.
But it's
Continue.
on my wrist.
But you still see it, right?
Why is it hacked into my brain?
It's great.
Awesome. So, got it.
You got it. The dragon will do whatever you say.
Awesome. I tell it to fly away and go meet up with my other dragon.
Your boy, does he jump onto the dragon's back?
No.
He misses the dragon as it flies away. And it like bursts like through a wall in like the jail. And it's just like heading on its way to like come help you. And the police burst into the bathroom, guns raised. They're like, freeze, but there's a big ass hole behind your boy as he's holding the dead elf girl.
I'm sorry to do this, but I warned you
To do what? He says.
about the situation, and now the police are going to be like warning us, huh?
But there's a huge hole in the wall behind him. He could jump.
Will he jump? No.
Oh, he's too much of a pussy. All the police are in front of him. They all have their guns raised. They're getting ready to shoot at him. Is there anything that you want to do?
I warned you.
You
Damn.
You could make a whole bunch of
No, I gave him a warning. I told him to go back to his cell.
So, your boy is tearing up. He's really bloody. You say he's taking like 13 damage?
Yeah.
Your guy is pretty fucked. If he gets fucked up by these like gunmen, it's gonna be over. He throws the girl at the light switch. And he darts away. The police take fire in the dark. Does anyone get a lucky shot on my boy as he like, jumps forward to try to grab the elf girl?
Yes.
Oh no.
But how much damage will he take?
He's got to be close to death. 8 damage, he's dead.
Damn. They killed him in the dark. Even though his plan was to make them blind, there's a big ass hole in the wall so they can still see because outside lighting.
He was like, I got this. On the hole in the wall, there's like sunlight just pouring in. Oh, no.
I salute to you, guy with who likes dead elf girls. I salute to you.
I got a dragon out of that.
He waited for the dragon to come out and then said, "This is my time."
Well, that was eventful.
Like 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left.
I just start heading back to my room. I don't really have a whole lot to do.
Before you leave, a Dr. Evil airship pulls up to the fucking
Hole?
yeah, to the hole, and they're like, "There's another breach."
Ooh, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try something?
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to try and convince all the Dr. Evil guys to work for me.
Okay, they're gonna resist.
Okay.
What I don't understand is why you can do it with multiple people.
Because
It's the way his powers are.
It's so broken.
The ability to convince anyone or group to do anything I choose.
So broken, Jet. This is why we can't have nice things.
5-4.
Yeah, you got it.
This is why we can't have nice things. Also, do you only have the Dr. Evil guys on that airship? Because that's how I understood it.
He said all the Dr. Evil guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
The
this.
League of Villains is strong.
I don't know this.
You don't.
I don't.
You would if you looked at your subject.
Why would I look at myself?
It would be really quick knowledge. But the Dr. Evil guys are like raiding the jail for like another big breakout or whatever. What do you do?
Well, again, I pretty much did what I wanted to do. I'm going back to my room.
Okay, so you're heading back to the Springdale apartment.
Yeah.
Okay. On your way there, you see this teenage boy wearing like a school uniform. It has like an emblem on it with like an H or whatever. He's riding like a motorcycle with flames on it, and he's going down the oncoming lane toward a truck. what do you do?
Do I recognize him as Hellrider?
No.
Oh, he's not Hellrider.
He's a teenage boy with a school uniform.
He's riding towards a truck?
Yes, on a flaming motorcycle. Well, it's like painted flames. It's not actually on fire. Heading straight for like a semi-truck oncoming lane.
I'm not gonna save a stupid guy.
A portal opens up on the front of the semi-truck, and he like drives through it. What do you do?
Not follow that. I don't know where that goes.
The portal closes. So you just continue on?
Yeah.
Okay, you continue on your way down the road. As you continue, you see a giant ogre in your path, fucking up traffic.
In my path? I don't think so.
Sure, you can just go right under it. But he's like flipping over cars and shit and like ripping them open with his hands. He's like, where are the jewels? Where are these fucking jewels? We used to just be able to sense them. Now sometimes they're jewels, sometimes they're not jewels. I don't even understand.
So I guess I did have a jewel.
So what do you do?
Well, I can't do anything about a giant ogre. Go back to my room.
So you're still headed back on your way to the room, and as you're headed to your room, well, I guess you just make it. There's not a lot happening. So you make it to your room, and what do you do?
Well, knowing that I'm in darkness and knowing that Speedy Case can't stop me from doing this, I'm going to turn off my subspace communicator for a moment.
Okay. You don't know what he does or says.
So, while I'm... Actually, first of all, does Speedy Case notice that the signal's turned off and head towards me, I guess?
So you're wondering if that alone is enough to, like, summon Speedy Case?
Right.
Well, little did you know, Speedy Case and Hellrider, well, you don't know. I can't tell you shit. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what I was gonna say.
So do they appear in my room?
To your knowledge, no.
Okay. How do I want to gamble with this?
The struggle is real.
I'm gonna...
You have 1 minute in the session.
Okay, I'm gonna start getting the stuff that I wanted to do then. I'm gonna open up Game Portal.
While still in the darkness?
Yeah, because I guess I can do that, maybe?
Sure.
And I pull out a player pin from The World Ends With You.
What does that do?
It's an item that prevents scanning and implanting. So in other words, and it also allows me to scan and implant. And specifically with implanting, I have to have memes in order to do that.
You have to have memes?
Like actual memes, not like meme memes.
Like internet memes?
No, like memes as an idea, like it's the memes.
So just memes in general, it's just ideas.
Right.
That all memes are ideas,
Right.
regardless of what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it prevents people from reading my mind and controlling my mind, and it also allows me to read minds for free and to put ideas into people's head at the cost of memes.
Okay.
And I put that in. I equip it in a concealed fashion.
How so?
Like in my pants pocket, I equip it.
So you just put it in your pants pocket?
Equipped.
So in your pants pocket. How do you equip something?
I just pin it in my pant pocket.
How does it work? Like, how do you activate it?
It's just a pin. I wear it and I get its effects.
Oh, okay. So as long as you're wearing it, it works.
Right.
All right. Cool.
So that's one game portal.
Okay.
I open another game portal.
Also, remember, how many powers have you used today?
1, 2 with the game portal.
Hold on.
I've been following one guy around in my darkness the entire time.
You merge with darkness, right?
Yeah.
You make clones.
Actually, yeah, I did make.
Yeah, you've been using powers.
I've only used 2 then, and then
on.
game portal, which is 3.
Because I'm trying to remember, right?
I really have not done anything, Jed. I've been watching one guy's adventure this entire time.
Merge with darkness, game portals. Did you use any powers back when your teacher was getting fucked?
No, because I was still a normal guy.
That's so weird. You keep doing that. So, commanding your clone doesn't count.
Right.
You made a bunch of niggas.
I only used 2 powers in the jail sequence. Or like 1 power in the jail sequence and then 1 at the very start. And then the game portals I'm doing.
So I guess you've only used 3 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Mark that out.
I don't need to. I already memorized.
I had to remind you.
Next game portal. I pull out the Z-Saber.
Okay, so 4. What's the Z-Saber?
Mega Man X Zero's
What does that
weapon.
do?
Zero's weapon.
What does it do?
It's a energy blade that has shot absorber, which means that projectiles that are not like energy based, I can slice at them and those instantly go away without like explosive impact or anything. Like,
Okay.
so I have the Z-Saber.
You're gonna mark this down. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
remember shit.
Well, Z-Saber is part of my inventory, so is the player pin.
Okay. How do you discreetly equip a sword?
Well, it's an energy saber, so I can. It's a help normally, and then I can just activate it
Where do you put it?
in my 10-pound bag.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, you've hit your time.
Jed, let me just get in my.
You hit your time.
It's just a few.
We're like 3 minutes.
It's actually
past
gonna
your
take like 2 more minutes, Jed.
time. No, it's too
Jed, you've let me go 20 minutes before. Let me do 2 more.
No.
Jed,
You already got 2 things.
Jed, I just need a few more things.
No, that's fine.
Jed, I have 12 power
You've
usages.
gone past your time.
Just 2 more minutes.
No.
Jed, you've done this before. Let me have 2 minutes.
No. Because we have limited time.
Jed, we have plenty of time.
No. Well, thank you all for
Darn
watching.
it, Jed. Just let me do it.
If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell so you notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jeb Life One Only, here with
Jingly keys.
and
Blame Jed for not letting me get my items.
log it out. Peace.